Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So today I hope I will fill all the nails, all holes of nails, so maybe I will sit longer than 2 hours, but the plan is to complete all this. There is a small screen also. So I want to fill all these drilled holes so that tomorrow we can make finally real metal spikes for the whales, because I will make them out of wire, brass wire, so I will show you how to cut them with rounded caps. Who watched my videos with cutter surf, it's scratch build model, so you definitely have seen how I'm making nails, but I will use the same technique here for making these brass nails for the whales here. So let me switch to a bigger screen now and let's fill them all today. Where is my bigger screen? This is the one, like this. And maybe it's too bright, a little like this. So I will start with somewhere, this is a mid frame somewhere here, and I will move forward and aft. Oh, but it's just perfect time also to show you the sample. It was drying entire week, and as I said before, I like this first one layer of oil, and on top of it I put one layer of shellac. Oil just like underlined the texture of wood, because when it is just shellac, the texture is very smooth, you can't see these fibers. But here I like this because you can see this very clearly, fibers of the wood. And also what I like, maybe it's not really visible on the camera. Actually, yeah, it is partially at specific angle. Let me try to find the proper angle. I oiled these parts of whale, just small spots. And as you can see, it's when it is just only pure ink, and at different angles you can see some shiny, glossy stuff and violet, purplish sometimes. But when I covered it with oil, it's just deep, juicy black, pure black. So definitely I will oil the whales also. So I believe it's visible here and here, just small two pieces at different angles. I'm trying to catch when it is something glossy right here and just smooth, pure black in the end. So I don't know how much it is really visible after. On my screen it's visible, but I know that when it is live broadcast, it's not the best quality immediately. YouTube processing video during 2 days. In 2 days it will be available in HD quality also, just like regular video. But at the moment in the broadcast, it is not always giving you that sharp edges, and not that high quality video which is I'm usually producing here. So I will not dive into this topic. Let's fill all these holes. And I will use this Minwax ebony color. It's oil based and it's perfect if you will use oil, and it's also good with just with shellac. So let me mix a little because it dried on top of it and oil just start covering it. So I just want to mix a small amount of it. And maybe I will grab a plastic cup, it's easier, so I can close the jar and it will not dry. Something like a small cup. I want small. Oh, found one. This is from the chips, I believe, Pringles. Just perfect one. So we can grab small piece each time I need it. And I will close this jar. I have napkin. So it's time to complete all these nails. How many episodes I'm making already with nails? 5? 10? I will calculate later how many hours I spent actually on this, on making nails. I will keep it here. And let's go. It's too much of putty. I think I forgot to use Scotch-Brite. It's still hairy and I can see it's sticking from the hole, so let me finish with one frame and I will use Scotch-Brite just to clear the surface. I don't remember, I think I forgot, because looks like I forgot. So definitely this, after drilling I forgot just to polish it. So let me clear this frame, and definitely I need to polish it. Oh, double drilled. Good job. Haven't hit the right spot with the drill here, so just double nails. Happens also on the real boat. Oh, my tool. So I just will use Scotch-Brite to polish the surface after drilling. Clean it from the dust. Okay, this one is not a soft brush. Need something to clean it from the dust. Now it is good enough. Good enough. And my tool. Something to refill. Actually, I can see much better what I'm doing on the screen than here, and because I did something stupid yesterday and my back is hurting me a lot, I can't bend and work by standing, so I have to sit. Stupid, I mean I lifted something heavy. Just forgot that it is heavy, and I just feel so comfortable to lift it when I don't have any pain in the back. I'm forgetting about it and can do something stupid. And so on. 39 frames, I believe. But this is just very good opportunity to chat. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and I can talk and fill the holes to make this video more productive and useful. Oh, actually I can announce it already. Just sent it yesterday, parcel to Kiev. I'm going to Kiev for... I will be in Kiev 6 weeks, full 6 weeks. Just it will take me 1 week of travel in both directions through Poland, with 1 night in Poland. And I just don't want to drop on the live streams and to stop them. So I decided to build a bigger kit in small scale, just to try how it is realistic. And it will be not only on lives, I will build it also behind the screen. Lives will be only regularly on Sunday and Saturday. But for example, I will show you how to plank, and during the week I will make another 5-6 strokes of planking on each side. We'll keep the most interesting like drop planks for the lives. And I want to try to build partially live streaming, partially just filming behind the screen, how it will work. So is it really possible to build a bigger model together like a group build with homework? Let's name it like this. If it is working, good. So we can choose something like Constitution even, because this is what I'm getting quite often offer, like, will you build Constitution? I like that ship, I like that model, but I'm not sure that it is very realistic for live streams. So in Kyiv I will start building Mayflower, and this project will be long-term project. Every time I'm visiting Kyiv, my mom lives in Kyiv, so this is Lydia. I know that half of you already know that Lydia on the YouTube. This is my mom. So I think during the 6 weeks I can maybe prepare her for planking. Maybe I will start first layer of planking, but I will continue Mayflower next year. So you have plenty of time to decide if you want to join with this live streams with Mayflower, but it will be really very long-term project. And usually I'm visiting Kyiv for 3 months on average. Just this time it will be shorter trip. I want to come back to the United States before Christmas, so that's why it will be shorter. But yes, I'm beginning new project, and I will miss on the 22nd, 25th, which were dates? Let me check the calendar. There will be no live streaming because I will travel in the days. So it will be October 24 and 25. There will be no live streaming. So I'm sorry for that. But on October, actually it will be November 1st and 2nd after that, when I will start Mayflower. So first days of November, you will see Mayflower. And we will take a break with Gunboat Philadelphia. So for those of you who are trying to catch up with me, you have 7 weeks with the trip total. No, actually 8. I miscalculated it. So I will take a break with Philadelphia for 2 months. And who are catching up with me, you have plenty of time to do it. But any questions with Gunboat, we can continue discussing it on lives. Just I will build a different model for this break. Oh, stormy, rainy Germany. I believe this is something unusual, because in Ukraine we got also flood. I know in Bulgaria there are also earth moving from mountains and destroying villages. So this is something really unusual for Europe. So floods and dirt leaking, just shifting. I don't know how to translate it properly in English. When you have mixture of water and soil, it is moving with huge power and speed, especially in mountains. And actually I'm flying through München to Warsaw, and then one night in Warsaw, and then I will have bus to Kyiv, another about 18-20 hours by bus. So it will be because of the change of time, it's like 4 days trips, but practically it is 3.5 days. Just because we have 7 hours difference, so it will look like I'm traveling 4 days. On the way back it will be shorter, also because of this time difference. At least I will fly from Warsaw and will land on the same day in the United States because of this -7 hours. But when I'm flying towards Europe, it is like 2 days trip, 2 days flight. Oh, true. About American Navy. Oh, Mark, you should make some pictures and you can send and share them with us. I have a link under every video in the description with my website where you can send your pictures if you want to share something, and I will publish them on the wall of the channel, because this is really huge. I'm curious if Smithsonian opened their exhibition again with Philadelphia. I want to see that wreck, original one. And do you remember how Krum promised me to go to the Smithsonian's? And we are not going there because we are traveling by train, but we are bypassing the Washington. So we have to make a separate trip because we should go there for his meeting in a couple of weeks. And just I can wave from the window to the museum like, hello Gunboat, Philadelphia, and that's it. So, but he promised, and you were my witnesses, that we will go to the Smithsonian. I'm still waiting for it. Maybe when I will complete the model, then we will go. It will be epic to take a model and to make selfie with the model next to the original gunboat. And compare it to the original. Oh, that is sad. So then I have time to build the model and then I will go to the Smithsonian when they will open Philadelphia again, exhibition with Philadelphia. And East Coast operation in New York next year. Oh, that is interesting actually. It's very reasonable distance to go there from New England. And yes, I want to visit Annapolis, so that is also on my wish list. Yeah, this is model Shipways Mayflower, I forgot to mention. I just filmed unboxing, but haven't edited video. I will publish it and I will make official announcement that it will be from November 1st for the next 6 weeks. It will be Mayflower on the live streams. Just a break from Philadelphia, and I will freeze that project in the moment when I will return to the United States. So just this is a try, how it is working or not. And if it is working, then we can build something big and interesting. Like Constitution. Although I'm dreaming to build Constitution in her look how she was launched, and not how she looked now. So with beautiful stern, and she originally was with that so-called Nelson's checker. She was that ochre yellowish and with black strips on the sides, like Victory essentially. But that was her first look, and in Boston, in the museum, they have a picture painting with her exactly in these colors, orange, yellow and black strips on the sides, with that original stern without modifications which we have now on her. So if I will build that model, I will be modify the kit into her original look. And there is a difference also with gun ports. I remember something was rebuilt on the deck. So it was, if I will build that kit, it will be with massive modifications. Because how many models have you seen in this green and whitish her original look like she is looking right now, and how many models you have seen Constitution with yellow and black strips on her side? So if we are building that, let's build something different. Not the Constitution model is unique, but let's build her in this way. But this can be like very long-term project after the Gunboat, after the next round of ship models. Actually, the next one, I understood that we have chosen for the very beginners level the dinghy, Midwest dinghy. It's wooden, small kit in big scale. Then for the second level difficulty, we need to vote which model it will be. And for the third one, why not to make then Constitution if it is possible. So Mayflower will be a pure experiment. And if it is working, so why not to choose something really big and interesting. But this is just plans for the very far future. Let's build everything what we have at the moment. And this is I'm talking about myself. I have 5 or 6 models in the process. So that's why for the live streams I want to build model by model. Complete one, start next one. Exception is Mayflower because I don't have anything in Kiev, and actually it will be deja vu again because I don't have tools in Ukraine. So maybe I should buy rotary tools specifically for the Mayflower. To start it, I don't have it immediately, but when the details began, nailing and also lots of work on the decks, then I will need it. So for this trip maybe I can just survive with only hand tools. I have only scalpel, cutting mat there, files, some hand drills, and that's it. Sandpaper. So I will be in the same position as all beginners. just my flower will be more complicated as a first model because it is in very small scale. And when I open the instructions, there is a I would say a mess a little there, because prototype model built with one single layer planking, but in the instructions there is a suggestion to make it double layer planking, and I will go with double layer, of course, but then you have to change a little the steps, because when you are making double layer planking, so you have to put first layer, then plank the stern part or beak head or everything what is should be covered with second layer of planks, because on the prototype, as I said, there is only one layer of planking, so there is a little different steps, or you have to just switch some steps, put them in different order. So with that kit I have to read the instructions, not a few steps ahead, I have to read half of the instructions before putting together my order of that steps. So this is just another challenge, so that's why I'm saying immediately, if you want to build the Mayflower also, don't rush, and definitely not like a first, shouldn't be a first model, because what I'm seeing at the moment, it is a challenge already, even with the instructions. Or if you will build in the same way, but single layer planking model, it is more difficult. So I suggest to choose double layer planking for the first model for sure. And even with that double layer planking, the planks are so thin that I will fill the spaces also. And this is another thing in which I haven't, when I came here in the United States, I couldn't find proper wood for filling the spaces, because in Ukraine I'm using not linden, actually, or it is linden, an analog for basswood, but basswood, same class of trees, but it is very heavy. Let me check. Yes, it is linden, that was correct. Because Ukrainian linden, it's so light wood, it's lighter even than pine. So that's why in the United States, when I came here and I was searching linden, Google translated as a basswood. I bought basswood, filled the spaces on the Confederacy, and that model weighs a lot, like I put bricks inside it. So I switched to pine. I'm using pine right now in the United States for filling the spaces. It is easy to work, soft enough, and perfect for filling the spaces. It's just like working wood. But this time I will buy linden in Ukraine, and I will show you the difference. It is so light, it is even softer than basswood, but mostly because it is very light, it is convenient. You are filling the spaces and your model practically is not adding any weight. This is very convenient. Because basswood, soft as linden, but much heavier in weight. And I used pine for filling the spaces on the Speedy, HMS Speedy, and don't remember where else. And yes, purpose of filling the spaces, it is not only to increase the surface of gluing, but you are getting perfectly shaped hull already. You can bend planks directly on it. And that's why I'm not using too soft wood like this balsa, because you even can't nail into it properly. Nails, they will not hold the plank. And if you will try to bend the plank on balsa, it just will smash balsa. So that's why it is not an option. It behaves practically the same way as that foam insulations, so it doesn't matter if you will use balsa or that foam. If you just need to put your bulkheads at 90 degrees, they will do the job. But if you want to get perfect surface for bending planks, then better to use linden or pine. Any questions more? This is, I was showing it at the beginning also, this is ebony color, min wax, oil-based putty. And yes, this is pre-drilled holes. I made them with 0.45 in diameter, millimeters, with drills. Oh, my camera just decided to make it more complicated, so I have to turn on and off periodically. Good, let's continue. And just if you asking something and I haven't answered because I haven't just missed your question in the live chat, drop them in the regular comments and I will answer after the live stream, because quite often I'm just not intentionally missing questions. Yeah, basswood is good, just the only problem with it, which I don't like, that just it is too heavy and the model is getting a lot of weight, so this is just difficult to shift. I prefer when the model is light, it's much easier. Even if big model with linden, it will stay light. The heavier the model, the more chances to damage it when you're transporting it. And as you know, I'm transporting models a lot for different conferences. And actually Mayflower can become my model for Ukrainian competitions because it's sport in Europe. And my mom is usually representing me. She knows all the terminology. And we have this option if the modeler can't come, but you can choose somebody who can present you at the competitions, because it's like diploma. You have to show all the materials or all the drawings. If you improve your kit, so you have to prove that they are historically accurate. The drawings, you have to show the books, or everything, all the documents which you have for your model, and everything what you have changed, you have to prove that it is historically accurate, that it was really on this ship or type of the ship. So you have to show all books, all references which you haven't used. And this is how you can get the biggest quantity of points. So actually, essentially, you have to prove that you have improved your model, and from simple kit it become more historically accurate model. And I found the perfect word for it. I don't know how to translate it in Ukrainian. We don't have anything similar. Kit bashing. Here in the United States, I am making this. I'm doing kit bashing. But we don't have something like that. I don't know how to translate it into Ukrainian. Just improving the kit. Yes, filling the holes. This is just way of meditation. So John, if you are interested, then just be prepared that it will be a long-term project. As I said, I will be in Kiev only 2 months, so probably I will prepare her for planking, and maybe I will plank first layer. And I will continue next year, around autumn again. And it will be probably for like at least 3, 4, maybe 5 years, because I will be there. On average, I'm visiting my mom for 3 months every year. And if I will decide to make it also with sails, so an additional year, I believe about 6 sails, one on the bowsprit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sails. It's not that many. Oh, but they are with bonnets also, should be. So it will take 1 trip to make sails, just to sew sails. So essentially a year plus. So I can complete it first, just rig her without sails, and then next time I will add sails, just to make it more interesting. So we'll see how fast it will go. But for the Mayflower, there will be plenty of time to join, because as I said, it will be a very long-term project. Just this is my probably nature already. I can't go and get vacation for 2 months, do absolutely nothing. I have to do something with my hands. If I can't build models, I will find something different. So better to build model. And I mentioned it all earlier in a few videos that before I started ship modeling, I was embroidering. So usually I was, even if I was watching TV, I was embroidering with cross stitches ships. So this is my passion from childhood. And I was always afraid to try to build model. I thought that it is so difficult, it's impossible. And this is definitely not for women. But when I tried it, apparently it is. It's possible. Just you have to have desire to do it. I think, yeah, I drilled the hole. Good. And also I liked wood and to work with wood because my grandfather taught me. So it was just a question of time to finally start building models. Yeah, especially in the Confederacy, it is quite complicated hull. If you want to make perfect planking, it was a single layer of planking. Better to use basswood then. I used basswood or just pine, it's softer and lighter. Because in some places, yeah, I was ripping off some planks also, even with perfectly shaped hull. And I was bending planks directly on it. But definitely not with balsa. It's too soft. It just will hold your frames in proper position, but although the construction of the Confederacy, it is very solid, you don't have to level them. They are at 90 degrees almost leveling themselves. So it is very well designed. The skeleton is just perfect. But it is very big distance between bulkheads, really like very big. Definitely should be filled with something, especially when you will use single layer planking. If you will decide to plank both sides without that open frames, then it is you can make 2 layers of planking. Nobody will notice it. Just first layer will be like just to shape, and second layer to make proper planking. But that model is definitely should be filled with something. for Mayflower, what I have seen in the kit, they don't have quite big distances between bulkheads, but still, because of very thin planking, even if I will make 2 layers, it is better to do with filled spaces. I think I said it before, I just will repeat myself, about the Karak. When I built her, I partially filled spaces only in the bow and in the stern, only because I haven't anything at the moment in the workshop and haven't money to buy additional wood. And later, like already in 2 years, when I planked the hull, then put model on the shelf and just was sitting and watching, and I could see like wavy planking. So when it was bulkhead, it's like bump, and between bulkheads it's just bent inside. The planks just really bent inside. It is not very noticeable, but if you will put model somewhere on an upper shelf and you will look at it like from the bottom up, you will see exactly each bulkhead where it is located. If I fill the spaces entirely, the planks would be just flat, perfectly leveled surface, but in places where I don't have any in between bulkheads, I can see exactly each location of the bulkhead. So that is why better to fill them with something, even if it is double layer plank model. Just checking questions. I think I haven't missed anything today. I hope so. At least today I'm not that tired when I was usually the last couple of streams, because when we have massive attack in Ukraine, I'm usually sitting all night long in my phone and checking what is going on, where is flying, what is hit and where, how many dead and wounded, and where are my relatives, especially where is my mom. And then next morning, like, good morning guys, and Olha is half asleep making something, can't even talk. So today I'm trying to be productive as much as I can. And yeah, there is also a possibility that I can cancel live streams in Kyiv because it will be at 5 p.m. in the evening. It will be the same 10 a.m. here. And usually when it is already dark, Russians can start attack, and usually when drones are flying, this is long-term air raid, so if it will begin, I have to at least hide behind the wall. So maybe I can cancel some live streams, so be prepared for that. And also there is a possibility just to sit without electricity, without internet, because mobile connection is too slow for the live streaming. There is always a possibility that I will cancel them, but I hope I won't. Okay, a few more frames and I will complete the stern part. use brush to blow it. Most interesting is turn. Yeah, San Felipe is a very big ship. And are you building it only on the lives or behind the scene too? And are you improving it or just following the instructions? I need to add more putty. Ship modeling, this is essentially, you are building a model of a ship, and it takes practically the same quantity of time as to build that real ship in one-to-one scale. Sometimes even models are even faster to build. And usually if you want to build something big like San Felipe, it can take 5-6 years. I'm talking with all improvements, with sewing sails. Yeah, following the instructions it is much faster and easier, but the instructions were created so that every child can build that model. So if you want to get more historically accurate model, you have to add some improvements, and they are taking a lot of time, like even nails. Look at the gunboat. Tiny boat, and I'm making these nails already more than a month. 2 months, including the ceiling planking, the decks, the all outer planking, just simple nails. Drill the hole, fill it with filler, and it takes ages, forever. So that is why I'm asking, and that is why I'm really concerned about building such a big project model like San Felipe, USS Constitution, because it is a lot of work, and if you will be building only on lives, it will take decades with all the improvements. So that's why I'm thinking about live. So for example, to show the technique, but instead of filling all the nails like on the gunboat, I can do it behind the screen to show how to bend and glue planks, just to keep the most interesting and more complicated parts like drop planks, steelers for the lives. And same with gun carriages, for example. I can rig 1 or 2 gun carriages on the live to show how, and the rest of them just behind the screen, because otherwise it will take really a lot of time, because only 2 hours live streaming, it's not enough. And as I said before, if you are selling models and if you are getting at least $1 per hour you have spent on the model, this is a very successful deal. And when I took Boreas, I'm already counting that I'm getting only 50 cents per hour of the time which I have spent on that one. Because on that one I also spend a lot of money for parts and details to improve it, and because the owner wants it to get faster, so I'm buying a lot of like blocks, all fittings, I'm just buying them. But it speeds up the process, but the cost in the end, I'm spending a lot of money on the materials and fittings. And as I said, I'm already getting about 50 cents per hour, and I haven't completed the model. So if I will get 20-30 cents per hour, this will be a miracle. on, wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, and right now on the Boreas, I stuck with the red lines, a lot of knots, big quantity of shrouds, so that's why I'm publishing everything what I can instead of just something on the Boreas. I'm just tighten knots every day, knots, 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 knots. And I still can't see the end of them. Okay, let's clean the stern and we can move toward the bow. Yay! This side is completed. So now we have the bow part from the mid frame to the bow. And let's bring it back. The field of depth, proper one. Then somewhere here. Mario, you know, I also was a child then when I started my first model. As I said before, I built my first model with white shrouds even. You know, we're struggling in Ukraine with information. To find a good book there, it was a problem. So I found some Anderson's. It is available online, like PDF. And back then I know zero English language, so couldn't read it properly. So when I saw these small diagrams, how the shrouds laid, how all the blocks were rigged, etc., but they are black and white diagrams. How could I know that the shrouds were tarred? So I decided just artistic look of the model, it will be much better to put white shrouds. Right. This is before I met my trainer and coach, and he was laughing through tears, like, you did a lot of work. And it is correct, historically accurate, but why they are white? Why? And I actually mixed what should be tarred. I decided to make it white. What should be white without tar, I decided to put black. So just mix the colors on the ropes. But I just enjoyed that first model, and I still think that my best model, this is the first one. I made all possible mistakes of beginners. Even flags were flying in front, like the ship wasn't sailing like it was powerboat, it was flying behind the mast. I forgot that ship is wind powered, and it can't fly behind the mast, it should be in front of the sails. So yes, I did all these beginner's mistakes, even more. But still, I think this is the best one. Without that first model, I couldn't grow into master of sport of Ukraine. And without making mistakes, you can't learn. You made a mistake, you learn that this is a mistake, you will not repeat it again. And I also have this additional. Constantly repeating, like, don't try to make your perfect model, or if it is, especially if it is first one, don't try to make it absolutely perfect. You will make mistakes. You will learn that this is a mistake. You will not repeat them on the next model. Because if you will be afraid to make a mistake, you will never finish your first model. So don't be afraid to make the mistakes. Because if you will make a mistake, somebody will tell you this is wrong, it should be like this. This is how you can get the information if you can't find alone. And you can just put it into your list. This is a mistake, don't repeat it again. So without making mistakes, you can't grow. And since I decided to oil and use shellac on the outer planking, I won't oil it until I will glue the cap rail. So if you are using oils, you should use it in the last moment when you already glued everything, then you can apply oils. Because after applying oils, it is very difficult to glue something to the surface. Oh, don't worry, it's only 38 years. I started my scratch build model in 2015. 10 years later, it is without cap rail, it's planked, but I put it on the shelf. I'm dreaming about completing it, but probably that's why I'm not starting any single additional model until I will finish some what I already have on my shelf. Because all of them practically at the same stage, planked, some parts and details already on the decks, and that's it. So I want to complete all these commissions, and then I want to complete at least 3 models to take them out of my workshop, and then I will think about next projects. Exception is only live streams. That's why I'm starting a new model, Mayflower. But that one will be in Ukraine, as I said. I have to have something there to build when I'm visiting my mom. Just can't keep myself without something in my hand. Oh. One more time. Subtitles. They will appear in 1 or 2 days, maximum 2 days, because YouTube is processing video during these 2 days, And it will be also available in an HD quality together with subtitles and with live chat. Sometimes it appears immediately, but if it is not, you can't see them immediately, it can take up to 2 days. This is what YouTube claims. And that's why I can't see live chat immediately. It will appear in 2 days. Oh, come back. Need to refill one nail. Thank you, Salvatore. This is when I'm finally again enjoying my ship modeling, when I'm building it on lives, just for my pleasure, for joy, and I can chat with you, same modelers. So it's just really, again, a pleasure when it is not a job. This too. scratch when I was cleaning the butt joint. Now I have to clean it. And refill it one more time. Oh, thank you very much for joining for the prepaid subscription. I really appreciate your support for the channel. Only thanks to you guys I can run it, and I constantly need something like batteries, and I'm constantly saying that I will buy a new cable for the camera. I will. Immediately after this live stream, I will order it immediately, just constantly forgetting about it. And I remember about this time every time when my camera disconnects itself. And I think that this is a cable. This is the only explanation. Because it is usually, it can do it in 20 minutes, it can do it in 1 hour, sometimes even full live broadcast without disconnecting itself. So this is not a camera. I think this is just a question of cable or coupler, because when I ordered it, it arrived with just in plastic bag without any Canon official package, like usually it is in cardboard box. So I think that the coupler is fake or just copy. But when I was buying it, it was sold on the price like original one. This thing is more expensive. So if it is not cable, I need to maybe to buy a new coupler. Because any battery can keep camera 2 hours long. So I have to use cable and connect it to the DC adapter. Nice. I like these animals. And I have a horse in Ukraine, and I'm so happy to go there so that I can see and ride my horse. Actually, I don't know if it is I believe this is already my mom's horse. My mom is not riding, but she is working him in hands, and now my horse knows lots of tricks, so probably Circus is crying about him. He can do all possible tricks which people can do with horses. Oh, he is not sitting, so this is the only one thing left maybe for my mom to teach him how to sit down. But he is so cute. He likes to learn something new, and he offers sometimes like, what are we doing? What can I do? But every time I'm visiting him, he's showing my mom like, I'm sorry, my main owner is Olha. First time after the COVID, when I just moved to the United States and couldn't visit my mom first 2 years, I came to visit her in 2 years first time. My horse jumped through the fence, a little less high than my head, maybe like 1.60 meters. He jumped through it and just, he heard me jump through the fence and came to check, is this really you? So everybody was surprised that he can jump that high. And I was just crying. it was just touching to tears when the animal is so shows you with all his possible muscles and emotions that he was missing me, and he is not upset that I was absent for 2 years. He was just happy that I'm back. Now every time I'm visiting him, he's like, you're right. I'm sorry, Lydia. You are my good friend. But Olha is the best. And this is something maybe about the breed. This is what I have read about Ahalteke. That this breed is like horse of one owner. They are accepting their first rider and just they are so attached to their first rider. Yeah, like he accepts my mom also as his best friend. But when I'm coming back, he never upset that I'm abandoning him for such long period. He's just happy to see me again. And this is a horse. Like a dog. I think sometimes that my horse is thinking about himself that he is a dog. He's following me like a dog. And my mom also can work him without any this leash long. She's working him literally without anything, without bridle halter. Everybody is walking through the arena and he's running circles around my mom, like, and not paying attention to anybody. At first people were like afraid that to enter with a different horse on the arena when my mom was working my horse. And then everybody got used to it that my horse will not pay attention to anybody. He's around his human. And I think Maybach accepted my mom as a second human. But also it's just a question of training, years of training. Because all horse people will tell you that this is not safe. But who knows, my horse, they will just, okay, it's Maybach, he is friendly. Oh, come on. Wake up. Oh, thank you, Marcus, for joining the subscription on the channel. I really, really appreciate your support, guys. And the most interesting one. I still need to shape stern and stern post. Stem and stern post. Just glue all parts together, but haven't shaped it. So now I need to nail the uppermost plank, this one, shear strike, if I remember correctly the name of this. Yes. So let's do it. Again, I will start somewhere from the mid frame. To add more putty. Good job. Follow the screen. Clean this part. I still have 13 minutes. There is a chance that I will finish all nails on time. This is rare. When I'm claiming something to do, I'm usually sitting much longer than 2 hours. So then tomorrow definitely I'm making nails out of brass wire for the whales. And I believe I need to make 2 different diameters in the beginning and in the end. I have 3 nails, small ones, and then 1 spike on each frame with bigger diameter. So I will make 2 sizes of nails. Probably I will make bigger quantity. I believe I will need some for knees, and I want to put real ones on that parts. It will be beautiful. Of course, if you have time and patience, you can make entire model nail with metal brass nails. This is how the original Philadelphia built is nailed. Which this is just imitation of metal nails. And because for live streaming I'm trying to choose faster technique, so I will show you different techniques. And also I just want to speed up the process because I'm building this model only on lives. That's why I want to try my flower like on lives and off screen. So all repetitive work should be done behind the screen. Because this is actually what is ship modeling is. Lots of repetitive work. Move on this side. Oh, where is it? Follow the screen again. Good job. Got glued to the putty. better not to go. You can get some dust into your eyes. Yeah, we use shellac on the decks and ceiling planking. But as I said, on the outer planking I want to use oil first and then shellac. Just to get different shadows of yellow, and this one will be brownish yellow. Where is that sample? Right here. So this is the sample. I applied oil first and then shellac on top of it. So this is the color which I want to get on the outer planking. Or outside planking. Or just planking. Everything is about planking. In the cap rail I will use again alcohol ink, black. And actually I will apply oil only after I will glue the cap rail. Because after applying oil it's difficult to glue something to the surface. And yes, I'm repeating constantly the same thing because I know that somebody just joined, and if I'm not repeating it, I'm seeing these mistakes on the models on the Facebook group. So that's why I'm trying to repeat as many times as I can, just to remind you, so we won't make mistake. I did this on the, actually on the bot St. Gabriel. I used Osmo, this is oil-based wax, or mixed wax and oil, and then I couldn't glue anything on the deck to it. So I was making these metal pins inserting in each part I have to glue. And that was a challenge to glue after that. Like, lesson learned, don't use oils and waxes before gluing everything. to refill one nail. And the last strike, and this will be it. So yeah, I will need another 10-15 minutes to complete it, but not that bad. I was afraid that I will sit here about 3 hours. So I'm almost on time, almost on the schedule. But I have hope that tomorrow I will complete all the nailing mission. And then just pure curiosity, I will calculate how many hours I spent, how many episodes, and of each episode I can say exactly how many hours and minutes. So I can tell you exactly how long it took me to put all these nails together. And who made all nails metal brass wire? Good job, guys. I have seen it on the Facebook group. You just spend much more time than I did with putty, but the result is worth it, right? And actually, I'm thinking about all the details and parts on the deck, that I also will use oil and shellac just to make them, to create bigger volume again. It will be yellowish as the rest of the model, but with a shadow of brownish. Just, it will make model more, and to underline each part. At the same time it will be in the same color. And as I have seen on the sample, when I apply double layer of shellac and then oil on top of it, this part actually, this side, it's not visible that I applied oil, it's only visible on the black whale, imitation of black whale. It becomes more juicy black without all that glossy-ish surface which we have after the ink. So I can just glue parts, then we'll apply oil. Even if I will spill something on double layer of shellac, it will not be visible. And then I will apply entire layer of shellac, like I can apply it for entire surface, entire deck for example. That's how I will get different shades. So this is for those of you who are trying to go ahead of me, just the idea also. It's also the working process idea. Maybe I will change my mind when I will actually reach that stage, but usually I prefer to make different wood or just different finishes to apply on parts to make bigger volume. I'm not usually making huge contrast in color. It is not always working good. It is working for the whale, for example, for the cap rail, but for the parts, better to keep same color scheme. Oh, good job. Follow the screen. Again, let's clean everything what I have already applied. My back is already hurts me, so maybe it's time to finish this episode, but I will complete the nails today. Just so little left. I will survive. I will survive it. But yeah, my back is already reminds me that it is time to stretch on. I have this elevation board, I don't know the proper term, when you are hanging upside down, head down, and it stretches your backbone under its own weight. It helps. I forgot what these painkillers are, how they look like. Need to refill one nail. Maybe one more here. let's clean and make the other side of this plank. Need to refill this frame. And let's make it into the, from the mid frame to the bow, just somewhere here. Just a little more left. Better not to blow, as I said. Especially if you are working with metal, drilling metal, the metal dust can hurt badly your eyes. So learn to sweep all the dust with brush, because if you will develop this habit to blow accidentally, you can forget about that metal dust, you can blow it and get into your eyes. Trust me, this is something that you definitely don't want to get into your eyes. Don't ask how I know. Just a little more and I can go and stretch my back. Just a little more, please. A few minutes more. My camera is tired, probably too. The back is hurting her. Or it. Just a little more. Oh, I found the nail to refill. Good. And two more. to clean, and nails will be completed. I mean, putty nails, because we still have whales for tomorrow. Okay, let me refill a little this frame. I think this is it. Done. Let me switch to this camera. And I believe this is it. So this is what I used for the filling the holes. This is what I got. So all nails filled with this putty. Just to show you all this at different angles. You just can check your model also. How even the surface at different angles also. It's already too late to fix something, but this is what we got, and everything nailed already inside. So with this is it for today. And tomorrow, as I said, we will make metal nails. I have some leftovers from the Boreas. I believe I have 1 or 2 nails here, so let me get it. Don't know how much it will be visible, but I will try to show you on this camera. Let me switch one more time. Now I will switch to this. So let me try to show you this, if it will focus. Come on. I will move model a little. And so this is nail which just jumped from my fingers. Let me try to find different one. Come on. So I will show you how to cut them, so that you will get a rounded cup. It's not really visible, it's not focusing. Come on, you can. I believe in you, you can. Come on. Yes. No. Yes. So it is with rounded cup. It is really matter how you cut them. And for this, I'm using, where is that thing? That for the hockey, that metal rounded puck, I believe in English. I have put it somewhere here that I can use it when I need it, and I have no idea where I have put it. It was constantly around, but I will find it for tomorrow, and we will be cutting nails on that piece of rubber. It was here. Recently I found it and decided I will put it here, that it will be easy to find for the live stream. As you can see, it's very easy to find. So with this, I believe this is it for today. I will find that puck and we will cut nails tomorrow for the whales. So thank you very much for coming, for joining in this adventure. A big thank you for sponsors. You are making this possible to continue running these videos and publish them regularly. And also videos, regular videos on Tuesdays, on Fridays. So thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. And with this, I wish you a very good day, evening, depends from which part of the world you are watching, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye guys!